What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Dad Does Videos. As you can see here, we have a broken peg in one of our outdoor shutters. So not only is it broken and popped off, but as you can see here, the other end of it is stuck within our brick wall on the outside of the house. So we're going to take you through the process that I'm going to use to fix this. First step is to get rid of this, and you can't just pull it out because it won't let you. And the reason for that is that on the back side, you can see the ridges in there. So we're gonna have to cut this on the front side to remove this top part, and then the back part will fall off as well. Comes off, and you can reach around the other side and just pull that out. And what's frustrating about this is that it's not as easy as getting a pair of needle nose pliers and just pulling this out. This thing is buried in here, and that's the point of these pegs, right? They're supposed to stick in here. So this is a little bit more difficult than one would think. So what we're gonna do to get that end part of the peg out is actually use a drywall screw. As you can see here, I've got my 6 by 1 1/4 inch screws, and we're gonna drive one of these into the end of that peg, kind of on the side of it where it meets the concrete in the wall. So you don't want to drive it right in the middle of it, right on the side. And what it should do is catch that peg, that plastic peg, and when we take the screw out, it should bring out that peg enough that we can remove it. Okay, so we've got our drywall screw inserted into the wall, between the wall and the peg. Now, in theory, what should happen next is that when we use our drill to remove the screw, it should pull the peg out. But even if it doesn't, perhaps it will give us some room so that we can pull out the peg with our needle nose pliers. Let's see what happens. All right, so here we go. Let's see what happens. As you can see, it did not pull out the peg. Let me give you a look at what the peg looks like right now, though. All right, so here you go. It's loosened up a little bit. So what we're gonna try to do is use our needle nose pliers to just pull that out, because I think the screw made some extra space in there that might allow us to wiggle that thing out. As you can see, it's a little bit looser. It's coming out a little bit, I think. Yep, there we go. Success. And now for the easiest part of this whole thing, we are just going to put a peg into the hole where we remove the other one. And I just picked up this bag of black pegs on Amazon. I'll put the link in the description. But we're just gonna get a mallet and pound one of these things in. All right, so here's what these look like. Once again, outside the package, we're just going to simply insert this into the hole that was left over. As you can see, these little ridges here will catch the concrete and stop it from popping out. That's why we had such a challenging time getting the other one out. So just get your mallet. That way you won't ruin the top of the peg, and just put it in. As you can see, get it started. Might want to make sure once you get it going that it's actually going into the hole. And I can tell that it's in there because I can't wiggle it anymore at all. All right, so that's a wrap. As you can see here, we've got our new peg in place. One thing just want to remind you of, sometimes there are different sizes of pegs, and the hole that you have in your brick might be shorter or longer. So you may want to check the size of your hole before you order the pegs. And if you don't know, I'd suggest getting longer pegs rather than shorter, and you could always trim them. Not a big deal. Thanks for watching, everybody.